Hey, this is John Fernay, the co-host of the Maryland Crabs, and I am here today with a Maryland Crabcake for your listening pleasure. What's a crab cake? It's not quite a full episode, it's just a little snippet. Stay tuned and check it out. And make sure you check us out on themarylandcrabs.com. You can follow us on Twitter at MD Crabs Podcast or find us on Facebook at the Maryland Crabs Podcast. And don't forget, subscribe, rate us, iTunes. Go there now. I'll tell you, there are certain podcasts that I do love, and they're the ones that involve beer, food, and Annapolis. And we've got it all right here at the Annapolis Towne Center. And we're here with Heather Ernst, who is the marketing director for the Annapolis Towne Center.
Yes.
And we wanted to talk to you because there's a lot that's been changing lately. This used to be like an old dirt lot with an old rundown Sears and I think one lonely barbershop in the middle for decades. And then somebody sprinkled some seeds and some water, and the Annapolis Towne Center was born. And we've got residences, we've got wonderful shopping, we've got wonderful food. And I noticed in the last year or so that things have really changed, and we wanted to touch base and figure out what's up.
Yes.
So thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me. Yes. So I just recently started at the Towne Center in March as the marketing director. And with that, myself and the general manager have really just been diving into making the Towne Center a fun and engaging gathering place for people to just really come and enjoy our entertainment, our activations, and we have some great things coming up in fourth quarter that I'm really excited about. One of those is actually next Saturday. It's fall. We're having our first Fall Fest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know that the things that I always look to historically at the Towne Center were the Friday night concert series, which were absolutely fabulous this year, and the lighting of the Christmas tree.
Yes. Those seem to be the two signature events that this Towne Center is known for.
Without a doubt. And that's coming from somebody that doesn't live in the Towne Center. That I make the trip up here to see it. And I know that you've had arts pop-up shop here, which I think is so cool. You're starting to get these pop-up shops.
Yes.
You know, there's still another art pop-up shop going on right now. You've also been one of the core leaders in the public art. You've got that butterfly, I believe it's a butterfly mural there on Harker Place out by Whole Foods.
Yes.
Which is just really cool. And you are making it a fun place to be. What's happening with the Fall Fest? You said that's happening next weekend?
Yes, the Fall Fest is Saturday, October 26th. It's from 12 to 4. There is going to be lots of activities. We're having a hay maze, a petting zoo, a train ride. There's going to be entertainment. There's going to be games, face painting. The shops are going to be out selling things. We're going to have food and vendor tents. There's going to be a beer garden hosted by Gordon Biersch. Okay. So there's going to be a lot of fun things happening. We're also going to be having trick or treat during that time while supplies last. There will be a pumpkin patch. The first 500 kids will get a ticket to get a free pumpkin.
Okay, I'm not seeing a whole lot of fields out here. Where's the where's the pumpkin?
Everything is going to be in the boulevard, the main Towne Center Boulevard. The boulevard will be shut down and it'll be in the road where the summer concerts are usually held. Right. So in the grass and in the boulevard. I've been
toying with the idea of buying or renting a place here just so I can hang out on the balcony and watch the summer concerts. That seems to be
a lot of people like to do that.
And we're here at Gordon Biersch, which I just realized on the way up here that they've got beer in their name. Biersch, Biersch and beer. That's where I come for beer when I come up here. So that's what you've got a little bit of the background noise in here, and it's always and it's great. We're here in the middle of the afternoon. It's wonderful to see people strolling by on the boulevard.
Yes, and, everybody's enjoying
here
lunch.
Eating and having there's late lunch or an early dinner or. I was also here a couple of weeks ago when you had a car show. Yes,
that was the first car show. I was very excited and very happy with that. We had about 70 cars turn out. Mm-hmm. So I was very pleased with that. We had a beer garden hosted by Paladar, Latin Kitchen and Rum Bar. They did a great job. They were very happy with the turnout. So, yeah, it was great.
For her first event, there was a lot of people.
Yeah.
There was a lot of cars. It was really good. And it gave a good reason to come up here other than I need to go to Target. Mm-hmm. I need to go to Paladar. I need to eat it, wherever. It really shows the efforts that you're doing there. The pop-up shops I'm very interested in. I know you had here a pop-up shop as a retail person that was in here at one point.
Yes.
And then you had the art pop-up thing during Annapolis Arts Week. You've got an art gallery right now that's running through.
The art pop-up is the Annapolis Arts Alliance, who was here in June.
Okay.
They've been here. They've stayed through the duration. They'll be here through the end of December, actually.
Oh,
they
great.
were here June and July, and then they open back up in September, and they'll be staying through the end of the year. They're kind of changing out new artists and new themes for fall and the winter season.
Which is another reason to come here. I mean, just come in and stroll and see some of the great artists that we do
love
have
it.
in town. It's,
our residents love it too. They love it.
It's fantastic. So what else is on your marketing calendar? What else is the fun stuff that's going on? I know we've got the Fall Fest coming on. I heard rumors that there was going to be some sort of a ice festival, and you've already told me that you really dislike the cold. So I imagine this is probably not your favorite event, but
that's okay. I am, even though it's not my favorite time of year, weather-wise, I am very excited about the event. So aside from Fall Fest, obviously we will be having our holiday tree lighting,
right,
which will be Saturday, November 23rd. That'll start around 6:30. And then the other signature event for the holiday season will be our Fire and Ice Fest. That will be Saturday, December 7th. That's an evening event from 4 to 8. That is a little bit more laid back than the Fall Fest. It won't be so activity heavy.
Okay.
It'll be a little bit more casual, but just as fun. There's going to be a lot of ice sculptures. There's going to be some fire pits with s'mores, some entertainment, some vendors. So,
That's fun.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
That's fun. Again, is that going to all happen out on the main drag right through the?
Everything will be on the boulevard.
Is that what it's called? The what is the proper name?
The
of that
main
road?
road is Towne Center Boulevard.
Towne Center Boulevard, and then Harker bisects it.
Yes,
Okay.
Harker is Target to Whole Foods.
Okay.
That's Harker.
Gotcha. Okay. I've noticed that you've got a couple new tenants that have come in through the years, and that's typical with retail that you're going to have people come in and go.
Yes.
Are there any new tenants that are on the way that you can talk about?
Not that I can say at this time, but there is activity happening.
Oh.
That's always the answer people love to hear. That's the answer I can give right now.
Yeah, if we're on Facebook, I could accuse you of being vague looking here. But
there are things happening. There are going to be exciting things happening at the Towne Center in the next year or so.
Well, one of the things that I do enjoy about this is that there is I don't know whether eclectic is the right word, but there is a really good mix of merchants. You're not a typical, say, Ocean City where every other store is selling T-shirts and jewels,
right?
Whatever it may be. I mean, you've got ophthalmologists. There was a chiropractor, I believe, that just opened up recently.
Yes, the Joint Chiropractor.
Yeah, restaurants, and they're not all the same restaurants. Okay, we're here in Gordon Beers right now, which has the German flavor with the wonderful beers. Across the street, you've got Paladar, which is one of my favorites. Neo Pizza is
Cooper's Hawk.
That's
a big favorite.
I mean, you look down at the other end, you've got P.F. Chang's and Brio.
Yep.
There's a couple other ones that are.
You have Giolitti's.
Yep.
Giolitti's Deli.
Yep. Always been a favorite of
Towne Center.
Union Jack's is over there too.
Yes.
They're sort of on the fringe of what people typically refer to as the Towne Center, but they're certainly there. And the one that I love, but I can never get into, is Cooper's Hawk.
Oh yeah.
And it was funny. We went there the other week, and very early dinner. It was like 3:30 or 4 because we were seeing like a late matinee movie with my girlfriend. So I called and I went and I did a open table reservation for there. And the guy's like, "You don't need." I said, "Look, man, you've fooled me so many times. I've come in here and they're like, yeah, it's a 3-hour wait." I said, I wasn't risking it.
Yes, the best bet is to make a reservation.
I'm taking the reservation at 3:00. Again, what I love about the restaurants here is that. And I'm going to go on the limb and say all of them have outdoor dining, or if not all, most of them do. I know Neo Pizza does. I know we do at Gordon Biersch. You've got Paladar. You've got, the patio upstairs at Cooper's Hawk.
Yes, everybody does.
So that's, it's really nice in weather, like today. Maybe it might be a little bit warmer because a little bit of a wind going today, but that's just a beautiful thing to be able to do. And also jumping back into the Town Center, when you do have the beer corrals and is that what's called beer corral?
Beer garden.
Beer garden.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
But it is a corral. They got fences up there because you can't drink out of there. But each of the restaurants takes turns coming in to
during summer concerts, we have different the different restaurants host the beer garden, which they really enjoy that, being able to kind of get outside of their space, still generate some sales and be a part of the event. Another thing I tried to take advantage of as well with all of the restaurants having outdoor seating is just offering some kind of entertainment or ambiance for the people that are sitting outside. Like over the summer, I had the Sunday acoustic music,
Right.
Sunday afternoons. People really enjoyed that. So just something different, for people to enjoy while they're here.
Sure. Absolutely. Obviously, the other big attraction of here is the plenty of free parking.
Yes.
And if you're...
we like to call it complimentary parking.
Okay, complimentary parking. If you're not into parking it yourself, you've got valet.
Yes, we do have valet, which is complimentary as well. Located near Gordon and at Brio.
Right, at the two ends.
Mm-hmm. Being able to just kind of pull up and then go into the center. And
I know that different events, the merchants are great. We talked a little bit about the diversity. I know you've got Alamo Intimates, which is, we did a podcast with them talking about, what they do. And that's,
it's a very unique store. It's very niche to its market.
You do that. You've got Brooks Brothers. You're not going to find that anywhere else. You've got 24-hour fitness, which is the, one of the very few in the area, really full service. I guess none of those service is the right word. And again, real easy, Bed Bath & Beyond.
And then we have some great smaller shops too. South Moon Under. We have Scout and Molly.
Oh, that's right. I forgot Scout and Molly is here.
Paper Source.
Yep.
So, yeah. One thing I did want to say, if I may circle back to events for the holiday season, one thing I did mention is on the evening of our tree lighting, we will also be having Santa arrive, which is something new for Annapolis Towne Center. Santa will be here in his own workshop throughout the holiday season up until the 24th, and he will be available for visits and photos.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's going to be something new.
Is he going to be available all the time when pretty much or general
pretty
retail
much every
hours?
day, 10 to 8 or 10 to 9. We'll have some specific hours for specific days.
Kind of retail-ish hours?
Yes.
Is he arriving in any special way? Helicopters, jetpacks?
No. Nothing like that.
It might have been. Could a little bit something different.
Nothing that dramatic.
Where are you guys setting up the workshop?
He will. His workshop will be located in the space, the former Sir Latab space, so near P.F. Chang's.
Okay, so he's going to be located down at the one end of. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's really
cool. And we're going to have different programs going on with him throughout the season as well, throughout December as well. Like we'll have maybe pet photo nights with Santa or a story time with Santa. Yes, pajama day with Santa or different things like that. So it'll be a lot of fun.
I'm assuming that you support many of the businesses here.
Oh, yes.
So I got to throw it out. Which is your favorite restaurant? See, now this is the point where you've got to get real political and say, I don't have a favorite. They're all.
I guess I should say that. I should say that. This is my first time doing this. They're all my favorite because they each have their own product, their own different type of food.
I agree. It was sort of a trick question. I said, and if she throws it back at me, I'm going to go, oh man, I have, I do love Paladar. I love their patio. I love, the Latin food. A little bit more fancier. I'm going to go down to Brio. Certainly.
Yeah. And Gordon, if you just want to come be casual and hang out, have a beer, that's a great place. Watch some football, date night at Cooper's.
I hadn't thought about a football place. This is not a bad idea for that.
Yeah. Come on a Sunday fun day.
I'm going to note that down there. So, Winter Carnival, have you looked into spring yet? Obviously, I'm assuming that your summer concert series are coming back again next summer.
Yes.
I think Annapolis is just such a wonderful area for live music.
Yes, people love that.
Free live music. And I've often said that I wish that the powers that be, and that would include you and Quiet Waters Park and Parks and Recs and all these people that put on these free concerts, Maryland Hall, could turn around and do it and say, okay, well, you've got Friday and you've got Saturday, you've got Sunday, because you could market Annapolis as a destination. So 7 days a week between Memorial Day and Labor Day, you can see free music. And it may not be your cup of tea. It may be country and you're not into country, or it may be bluegrass or whatever it may be. But there is some place where you can see free music every single day of the week for the summer, which I think would be a fantastic, selling point here. What is the biggest selling point for the town center? What draws people to the town center, Annapolis Towne Center at this point? And it has. I hear stories all the time of people getting out of, and some of it has to do with parking in the historic district, and some of it has to do with convenience and everything else. And what do you think is the draw for?
We have a sense of convenience. Also, what I'm looking to build on, and what I'm doing now is making Annapolis Towne Center a draw for its gatherings and its activations and its happenings, which is what I'm trying to capitalize on. I'm really just trying to make this center be a place that people really want to come. They want to come here. They want to do things rather than just coming here because I need to run to Target or I need to run to Whole Foods.
Well, that makes sense.
Yes.
That makes sense. We want to go to the town center and, I need to jump into my eye doctor. I need to go into our house or wherever it may be to...
A destination. You can live here, you can work here, you can eat here, and you can play here.
I do love this place. It was such a long time coming when it was initially built from the way it was. And I don't know, now I'm even drawing a blank as to what it was called way back when. It was when Sears was here, and I can't even remember. And it was just so pretty much abandoned for so long. And then when it came in, and I know that you guys have recently joined the fray as the management company for the town center, and it's been very noticeable.
Yes, and there will be more changes to come for the better.
You're still not going to tell me about these new tenants, right?
No, can't do it.
Well, go to visitatc.com, and that has a list of all of the stuff that's coming up.
You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Annapolis Towne Center.
I know. It's funny. Every time I do my daily news brief, when we mention stuff that's going on here, I get frustrated because you don't have a Twitter account. Because we do Twitter. But I get it. I pick my poison. I don't do Instagram. You pick your poison and whatnot. And obviously with the Instagram, it's probably much better for you there. The merchants are great. They're always out there doing different things to bring people in. I know you guys have been very, very benevolent as far as charities. I know that the Make-A-Wish Foundation has done things here.
We're also going to be doing a charitable contribution this month during Fall Fest for breast cancer awareness. We'll be making a donation to the Anne Arundel Medical Center's foundation for their breast cancer center. They are also going to be a part of our Fall Fest, so give back, and I'm excited for that.
Yeah, we're lucky with what we have with Anne Arundel Medical Center, and I appreciate your support of them because that helps us all out as a community for sure. Again, retail, pretty plain and simple. It's on pretty much the ground level and maybe the second level in certain places.
Yes.
Above that, you've got residential. You've got you've got several different units that are in
three.
here. You've got,
yes, we have three.
The two big ones on either side of Town Center Boulevard. One is rental and one is condo.
Yes. One is condos, Grandview Condominiums and Mariner Bay Apartments and Crosswinds Apartments.
Oh, okay. Live here, work here, you can play here. Again, I know we're over Gordon Biersch right now. I know there's a couple of financial firms, there's a couple of lawyers, and
yes, we have some offices.
One, I don't know whether it's here, but there's I would say a temporary office space, but like sort of a WeWork, like a...
Yes, Regis.
Yes.
They're down, they're above Anthropology on the second level.
So, I mean, even if you're just looking for an office space for a month, you've got an option here to do as well. And certainly it's very easy to get a lunch. You just stroll down the boulevard to Gordon Biersch or Paladar or any of the other great restaurants and wet your whistle.
Yes.
Heather Ernst, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
This has been the Maryland Crabs podcast with Tim Hamilton and John Fernay. Sure to follow them in all the regular places, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and online at themarylandcrabs.com. Take a moment to rate us on iTunes. Now, get the hell out of my kitchen. Seriously, go!
You're still here? It's over. Go home.